From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Wheels America Racing Network. It's that time again. It is the Cup Series. We are here from Daytona International Speedway. It is the Daytona 250 presented by Wheels America. Little branding difference. We have the Aerospeed Racing Association. And in the broadcast booth with me for tonight's race and the rest of the season, it is Mr. Emery and Mr. Bowie. Bowie, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing great, AJ. It's been a long off season. It's only been 6 weeks, but man, it seems like it's been forever. But I am excited to get started.
Yeah, a little bit of a different feel for you now that you're up on high from the World Center of Racing, looking down at all these race cars. How weird is it to not be in one of those cars?
Even watching these guys go around, I still got the itch to kind of go out there and run some laps. It is a little weird, but I think it's good. You know, a different perspective, a different mindset. You know, especially when these guys are out there beating and banging. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's like I said, a different look at things. So I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what goes on. But before we go any further, let's bring Emery up in here. Emery, how are you doing, my friend?
I am fantastic, man. This is Daytona, okay, 250 Season 4 opener for Wheels America Cup Series. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Being in the booth in the Truck Series, we had great racing. I cannot believe what's going to happen tonight, and I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Oh, I'm psyched. We're looking at a 100-lap plus, possibly, event with Stage 1 concluding at 20, Stage 2 concluding at 50, and then we race all the way to 100. With it being a super speedway, all these wonderful drivers do get that beautiful a fast repair. And the reason why I said 100 plus is it's Daytona. We're looking at least using that one green flag, green, white, checkered. But guys, we're just about ready to go qualifying. Ready to see cars go fast and try to set their position for the Daytona 250.
Absolutely, man. This is going to be so much fun. You know, I circled Brandon Bowie on my list in the Truck Series. I've got a name for you tonight. I'm not going to tell it to you just yet, but after qualifying, let's see what the races and the numbers look like, and we'll go from there.
Well, I just got to tell you, the broadcaster's curse is absolutely real. You could ask our good buddy Reese Kelva, which drivers are just getting to their cars. We're going to jump with Mike Bennett on track right now, getting that car up to speed. How important, Emery, is it for these cars to get that really good outlap?
You know, the first lap, you got to get the tires going. You got to get them hot, okay? You're going to run the inside lane. I think most of these guys are going to do that. Maybe a little bit mid. I'm not sure. But that's the most important one. And then your second lap, that's where your time's usually going to be the good spot. Brandon, you have familiarity with this. What do you like to do on the track?
I mean, I think you just hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, honestly, the first lap, is warm up. These cars have been sitting on, kind of been sitting on pit road or been sitting in in their pit boxes. So the first thing, of course, is to get the tires warmed up. Once you get those tires warmed up, make sure you hit the gears right. Each manufacturer has their own or each RPM that they need to be hitting to maximize the horsepower. So there's, everybody says, oh, qualifying's easy. Not really. It's a lot that goes involved in it. But if you can, hit all your marks, hit your gears, and warm up those tires enough, you could be on pole.
Absolutely, man. One thing that's kind of different is like when you take that first lap, you get your time in there, and you're looking down, you don't feel good about it. That can kind of ruin your second lap, and that's what's happened to me on this track a lot of times. Is you just look at numbers, and you shouldn't do that. You should just do your race, do your thing, and you know what? When you finish that couple laps, I think you got a good qualifying time. So it's gonna be interesting to see these guys. What do we got? We got Michael Bennett, 50.1. Brian Tagg up there too in the 99. Who do you think's out here that's gonna be quick? Do you think Minks? That's kind of my guy tonight.
Ooh, okay. So you got Meeks. Man, I don't know. I mean, I could definitely tell you, based on experience in the truck race that we ran on Tuesday, I can tell you who the aggressive guys are and who to watch out for. So, one of those guys is Mark Weekly in the number 7. I think he's gonna be hard to beat, as well as the Frankie. Frankie's in the race as well. He's gonna be hard to beat. I know he's aggressive on the super speedways. I mean, there's honestly a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
That could really kind of go out there and really set sail and just be the Pied Piper,
Yep.
But you got to be there at the end. So you got to play that game when you kind of know when to go and when to save. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these boys figure this out.
For sure. These numbers are coming in. They're looking low. We got Timothy Moore up there, 49.9. That's a good time. I don't know if that will stay. Who else? Josh Larson, Matt Smith up there rolling up the top 5. I kind of gave you some foreshadowing of who I think's going to win tonight, but I don't want to give it away the whole name, right? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but who knows? 10 minutes of qualifying here. We're about 3 minutes in, and then we will go green. Cannot wait to have this thing drop. Are you guys ready?
Dude, I am so ready. But before we actually go green, right at the end of qualifying, we're going to take it to trackside for our national anthem and our command to start engines. But right now, you see a lot of drivers on racetrack just trying to get a good lap. There was Brandon Shelton in the number 2 John Deere Chevy Camaro putting a lap time down good for 11th at a 50.07. Guys, we hit a couple 49s right there with Drew Jua and Timothy Moore. Qualifying isn't really that important here because we've seen guys go from front to back to front very fast. I'm looking at certain pro drivers doing that. But holy cow, it's got to feel good. First race of the year to start up front. Bowie, we know you're just getting out of the car and really stepping back into a broadcaster's role. At Daytona or Talladega, how important is it to start up front?
Man,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It doesn't. It's important. It's a feel-good story. I think if we look at it like the in real NASCAR, right? You have your top prospects to get the pole. I think every year is Hendrick Motorsports. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually they're pretty close to locking out the top 4 every year, and that's because they prepare these cars specifically for qualifying. That's what they go after, right? And then you look at like when they do the dual races, and then they they'll maybe they'll run a couple laps and then they'll fall back. Why? Because it's not really it's necessary, but it's not really necessary. The guys that are in the back, they got a plan. They're trying to figure out, okay, how can I survive? Maybe if I fall back, stay in the back of the field, I can avoid the big one, like everybody says, right? But then you have your guys up front who is like, hey, if I'm in the back or if I'm in the middle, I'm gonna get caught up in the big one. So how can I stay away from that? Hey, I'll try to qualify up front. But the big one could happen up front too. So no matter where you are, you could be caught up in the big one. Whether it was, your fault or not, it can happen. So
Yep.
as I said before, the key thing is survival. If you could be there with, I would say 3 laps to go, you have a shot at winning the race. If you're taken out in lap 5, then it's gonna be a long race for you to try and win.
Yeah, and it's funny you bring that up because you never know what the strategy is going to be. You can be in the mid, you can be in the back, you could even be in the front, and that strategy can change in an instant. You might find yourself in the front and say, hey, I kind of want to lay back, I want to be in the mid, but before you know it, you're trying for 5th place, you're trying for 1st, and that could get you in trouble. So this is the fun thing about Daytona. You never know where you're going to be. It's kind of a crapshoot, but there also is some skill to get in 1st place. Now, I see Drew up in the 48, dropping to 49.9, staying pretty true. He might get the pole. Not sure yet. A little bit time left.
I don't know. We still got a lot of guys that can still go out there and lay down a fast one. I mean, but you're right. It's getting close to hey, you need to be out on the track and you need to be trying to put down a lap. It takes it's a 50-second lap. Your up to speed lap is even longer than that. So really, if you're not out there with about 2 minutes to go, maybe 2.5, it's gonna be close whether you're gonna be able to make it back around or not. So, I mean, but whatever your plan is, you better do it fast.
Yeah, and then let's just bring the team aspect to this as well, because your team may have a drawn out plan, and that can change as well. Hey, you want your guys pushing you. You guys want your blocking, not a ton. You don't want to be too crazy on the block and stuff, but that happens. This is racing. You're going to work with your teammates, and there's a lot of guys out there that have, their teams are up in the top 5, top 10 all the time, and there's a reason for that. Is there not, Brandon?
Yeah. So when you have, like, for example, you have the teams that are here. There's my team, there's PHM, there's Harpoon Racing Team. They're new to league. NBR Motorsports. I mean, I can go on for days. There's tons of big organizations here, right? And you want to work together. You want to try to find a way to get your team up front so you can control the lines. The problem is everybody has to be on key. Everybody has to be doing everything possible to communicate with each other. And when you have big teams like that, it can get a little, loud. When you're trying to all talk at the same time, it's a lot of stuff going on the track. Okay.
All right, real quick. We are going to drop here out of qualifying, and we are about to start this race. So let's go to the national anthem, guys. We are about to go green here at Daytona International Speedway for the 250 season opener.
We're back, everybody, and it is time for the starting lineup here at Daytona International Speedway. Take it away for the top 10.
All right, guys, here in the field, I'm going off of a list that I am not quite sure. So if we could pull it up, I actually got it on the ticker, I believe. We got number 1 pole spot 48, Drew Jua. And then we got number 74, Timothy Moore, 66, Brandon 6, following up in the third, 88, Matt Fleming in fourth, number 12, Frankie Barossa in fifth, 16, Edward Marshall in 635, Brandon Fetter place, 32, Nick Biddy, 25, Andrew Phipps, 1, Christopher Buds, and that leads you up, I think, for the top 10. Sorry, I did not have the right thing inside, but we're good. Hey guys, this is live, and I also wanted to bring up something to you. Everybody at YouTube that's there, I see you chatting, so I think that's a new thing here. I see you guys there. We're live iRacing. This is fantastic. Daytona International Speedway, they are leaving the pits. The pace car is moving. Guys, season 4 opener, Wheels America Cup Series, about to go live and dropping the green flag, guys. What do you guys think? Brandon?
Like I said, this is a new view for me. But man, I know these guys are going to be out there beating and banging, and they're going to be chomping at the bit. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah, me too, man. These guys have been waiting a long time to get back on the track. There might be some nerves. I think there's some new drivers, and I'm new to the booth, so bear with me, guys. But Drew, Timothy, Brandon 6, and Matt Fleming in the top 4, and Frankie Barossa. I am so excited to see where these guys end up at the end of the race. Like I told you, I got Minks, my boy. I circled him on a piece of paper. I called it out in the Truck Series on Tuesday. That is my guy to look out for, Thomas Meeks in the 55. He can maybe get the win, but we're not sure.
So Meeks is, he's back there in 28, but like I said earlier, qualifying, he can get up there. But we do got the stages. So stage 1 is going to be lap 20, and then we have stage 2 at lap 50, and then they run to lap 100.
Absolutely. Stages are important. When that stage get back out there and win the race, we are about to go green, guys. That pace car is about to leave the track. And man, look at him up in the booth there. Green flag's gonna drop here. Ladies and gentlemen, Daytona 250 is going green right now.
Like
and as they enter turn 1, inside lanes taking it a little bit. Who do we got in the front there? Number 42, 74 outside, getting pushed a little bit. Can he keep it? I will say the inside lane's been the fastest throughout the week. It's 100 laps, stage 1 to 20, stage 2 another. On the backstretch here, going into turn 3. Now the outside makes a good push. Brandon, where do you want to be coming through this first lap?
Just honestly, just try to stay alive, man. That's what I'm, what my thought process is at the beginning of the run, man. There's guys gonna be shuffling all around and trying to figure out where they want to be. So, kind of let them do their thing, and then where you shake out, you shake out. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they're gonna go side by side. I don't think anybody's gonna go 3 right at this point in time, but you got to fill it out. Lap 2 in the process right now. Back stretch. Outside lane still got a little push. Excuse me, now inside lane's going.
Yeah, it looks like both lanes are moving really, really good, especially if you get the start of the race. But the high line does look like it is struggling just a little bit, but that high line is still working pretty good. I'm actually surprised that the bottom is actually still pulling. And as hard as that top line is together, but looks like the high line's getting a run.
No, you're right. And a lot of times with these races, you'll see the corners, the outside lane might take it, and then you get in the straight stretches, and the inside lane will. So it's very interesting at Daytona how that plays out. It's all a matter of checking up and pushing. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And the 48 on the inside is still there, taking it. These guys are driving really good. No one's taking any risks. And inside's pulling away now. Brandon, at what lap do you want to make a move? I mean, lap 3 down, you're feeling it out. What do you think, 10? 15?
Well, being that the stage is on lap 20, I would think that you probably want to start, or if you're not already up front, you probably want to start working your way up probably around lap 10 or so. You know, you can pick them off slowly but surely. You know, you don't have to pick up 5 cars at a time or anything like that. Just slowly, methodically pick them off. And then once you get up there, hold your space, you know, hold your line and hold your car for that position for maybe a lap or 2, and then try to go for it.
Definitely. You got to hold your line, because if you don't hold your line in the front, you could cause some serious damage to the rest of the field. Drew in the 48 still in the lead, pushing hard. Inside, still going strong. Who we got on 74? Timothy Moore on the outside. Cannot get the push. He's trying so hard. Can he get some help from behind? 88's there, but not enough.
Yeah, it looks like the wild lane is. They got a couple teammates in there. Look like Bowie Esports is in there, mixed with looks like PHM, I believe. Trying to get used to the team. Sorry, folks. But yeah, so that's the one thing. I mean, we talked about team, you know, working with teams earlier. When you have team working together, it's a lot easier to kind of just stay at the par, do what you're supposed to do, and then just hold your line or whatever. But so these guys out here, man, they are slipping and sliding already. I am seeing a lot of movement between both lanes.
Yeah, and one thing you will see too is a lot of times in these first couple of laps, or it'll be a 10 now, 5 now, there'll be 2 groups. I don't see that. What I see is a full compact group, which is good racing, but majority of the time you'll see a split up. So I like to see this right now. Brandon Fetter plays 34 in 4th. And then we got Frankie, Barossa, Brandon 6, and Drew still at the top spot. This changes every single lap, seems like, at Daytona. See what we can do. Inside lane still going as strong as it can be. 88 pushing hard up top there to the 74, Timothy Moore. Good racing so far. Clean racing. No cautions just yet. That's surprising for Daytona. But hey, these guys, this is the main show. They're here to do what they want to do. These guys are great drivers, good times. Man.
Yeah, looks like the Highline's getting a little bit more aggressive. So it looks like they're starting to notice, like, hey, like we can't just ride up here. So we got to be more aggressive. So you're gonna see probably the Highline start to sidetrack the bottom and try to pull them apart. So that way they can slingshot, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. So it looks like the 74 might have an edge, maybe, on the 48, but yeah, they're getting down to business now.
Yeah, and right now it seems like we're at a dusk. That is going to turn into night. The track's going to change. The temp's going to change. Brandon, how important is that? Once that happens, do you change your type of driving? Do you want to stay on the inside, outside, or does it really not matter at Daytona?
Usually for Daytona, it really doesn't matter. I would say that the aggressiveness definitely goes up a tick at night compared to when it's still daylight outside. I don't know what it is, but when the lights come on, the drivers turn it up. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. I mean, these guys are going to be cutting in and out of lanes and just trying everything to try to make passes and stuff like that. I would say that the nighttime does give you maybe just a tick more grip, so I think it gives the driver more confidence as well.
Yes, sir. 66 up there pushing hard. 25 up there as well. 32 Nick Biddy there. It's a nice little red car. Hey, give it up for our one sponsor here, main sponsor. Was it? I apologize. I got it mixed up.
That's right.
Yeah, no, give it up for him.
Yep, Harpoon Designs there. A great sponsor that came forward that they paint. They have actually, from what I understand, they've painted the majority of the cars in this field, which is also pretty awesome to hear. Yeah. So they're a great sponsor, so definitely got to give a shout out for them coming on board this season.
Yeah, these cars are looking good. We appreciate all the sponsors here for this race. We appreciate everybody here at home, on YouTube, everyone watching live, man. This is what it's all about. We do this for fun. We do it for entertainment. These guys are doing it for a win in Daytona. getting a little loose back there, Brandon. I didn't see that one.
The 74. It looks like it might have just been maybe just the way how the car behind him just kind of lined up. Actually, I think the second car, the high line, but it looked like maybe they just disconnected for a second, and then when they reconnected, just how they tried to push each other, maybe wasn't lined up properly. But that bottom line has actually pulled away by like 4 car lengths. So
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, talk about connection. That bottom line is moving fast. I've never seen it so bad. I mean, it's coming back now. So, if you get too far, you might have to make some moves, and they're working together. You got teammates behind you. You don't want to mess up the line because now they're back here. It could be second place, third place. You never know. And
we have a new
that's
leader.
exactly what's happening.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm so close. Oh, that's a hold your breath. That was almost a big one.
Yeah, we don't want to see that yet. We don't want to see it too early in the race. I'm looking at those numbers here. Number 39, Josh Purcell, and 74, Timothy Moore in second. Drew Juan, 48, and Matt Fleming, 88 in the 4th spot. 39 on the inside, getting pushed again. Josh there now back on the outside. 74, Timothy Moore. Did he do that on purpose? Timothy Moore in 74. That goes pretty quick, pretty good off the tongue. But either way. All right. Ricky Caruso. I think I said it wrong last time. I do apologize. Don't beat me up too much in the booth. This is my first year. It's a privilege to be here, and it's fantastic. Look at that one car going now. Christopher Buds pushing on the outside. Some guys went in. And he's getting a good push by that 4 Nick Lentz.
Yeah, we're getting down to it. We are on lap 12 of 20, so the aggressiveness is starting to kick up now. We're about to see some moves from these guys, for sure.
Absolutely. 12 laps down, going strong as we got an inside shot there. It's always nice to see the inside of these cars. Fantastic new series, new car. Timothy Moore now up top in the 74 spot. Matt Fleming in 88 pushing right behind. Bottom line going strong. I don't think that bottom line has given up at all. They're kind of pushing away from the pack, but like I said, once they get to this back stretch in the final turn in 3 and 4, it seems like they catch some ground and make it up. That may change.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of according effect. But that's all about how you push, though. I mean, if you look at the 66 and the 48, I mean, they are being very, very aggressive to get back to the front, but they're doing what they got to do. It's the same thing with the 74, and how he got to the lead. So
for sure. And one thing, we keep talking about this front pack. You drop in the middle of the pack, we got my guy who I circled on a piece of paper. I'll tell you that. Now I'm telling you guys, that's my guy to beat, and I think that's my guy who's going to win. But you see him in the middle of the pack, Meeks. Did he disappear? Where'd he go? But anyway, sorry about that. If you're looking at these guys in the middle of the pack, they're taking their time. They want to make their move when they can. But I think Meeks is 13th. That's correct there. Yeah, I just can't imagine how these guys are going to play this through. Brandon, do you want to be in the back of the pack right now, or are you going to try to make your push at this point in time? What do you have, 14 laps down?
Aye, they are. Yeah, Chris Buzz was absolutely somewhere to come out of. Oh, man. Like I said, they are. It's time now. It's time. So, sorry. To answer your question, right now, I need to be top 5 at this point. If I'm not top 5, it's going to be very difficult to try and try to make the move, because, if for example, if you look at the lanes right now, I mean, the high line with the 66 and the 48, I mean, they're pushing each other like crazy, trying to get back to the front. But there's also the other problem of overheating. So, I mean,
yeah, that's a good point, overheating, because if you run it too hard up top, you're going to have to fall back to cool down that car, because you do not, at this point in the race, want to blow anything up. 66, is that correct? Yes, it is. 66 running and pushing the 32 up front. Man, that's a red car. Christmas is over. What are we doing? But anyways, hey, We're racing. Timothy Moore still in 74. Top spot. I think he's on the inside lane. Getting pushed by the 16. Excuse me, Matt Fleming in the 88. Still, that's where you want to be. Now 39 going to push outside. Going to get pushed by a 32 here. Getting some feedback from the drivers down below that too much going back and forth. I think they want to keep it simple. They don't want to get in a big wreck yet. They want to go straight line, double wide, no 3 wide around the corners. So this has been a great race so far. No cautions. And we're at 17 laps, about to hit the pause here.
And you want to know what's interesting? The second car in the top line is actually Joseph Milley. He's actually a substitute that runs in the truck series. So that's actually interesting. He, as good as he's running, man, gotta get him a lot of confidence as well. You know, moving forward, especially in this race for where he's sitting.
Absolutely. If you're a substitute coming in here, going to race with the big dogs, you got to be thankful for where you're at right now. Probably a little bit of nerves, don't you think? Coming in these cars, coming from trucks.
I mean that's not his first time running it. I know I've run with him before, but you know this is the big race. So yeah, it probably some nerves definitely, but looks like he doesn't have any problems going up there and really showing those guys what he can do. So he's doing an awesome job.
Yeah, he's keeping his own in that 39 target car. He's probably going to have a target on his back as he gets closer to the front, pushing 34 and 48. Number 4, Nick Litz, going quick. 21's going to drop on the outside, going around. Can he pass? That car is so black, I can't even see the numbers. I apologize. From here, what I'm looking at. But I think that's Barroso?
Oh, man. These guys are getting really
and now,
right now.
And now we've got 3 wide going through. 3 wide. And then that's going to be our first caution. Who's involved? 32 going on the inside. Just talking about him. Unfortunate here. First caution, that Daytona 250. Man, doesn't look like a big wreck, but a couple cars involved. They're kind of trying to get around him. I want to say it was a save. Did you guys get here? Here's the replay.
Yeah, Kenny Q. Let's see what we got here.
Trying to go 4 wide there.
Yeah. Oh,
It's up in the
man.
wall, yeah.
This looks like the move by the 66. He made an aggressive move, trying to go for it.
Yeah.
It
Meeks barely missed him there in the front.
Wow. Man.
That's what's going to happen here. Oh, man, you hate to see it, but guess what? Daytona, it happens, and we're going to keep going. Caution.
Yeah, so look like we'll look at it from the first. Okay. Yeah. That's maybe if we can back it up. Yeah, maybe if we could back it up, maybe just a little bit more. Maybe we can see it coming out of turn 4 from the 39's point of view. Maybe see if we can get a better view from what he said. Because I mean, yeah. Oh man, he got loose coming out of 4. And I think that's kind of what jumbled everybody up a little bit. And everybody saw a hole. And everybody's trying to go for it at that point.
Yeah, what a tough way to end stage 1. But that's going to do it. And these cars are going to regroup. These drivers are going to figure it out. And we're going to go to stage 2. And, hey, and we're going to go to a commercial break right now. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back at stage 2.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are about to start the next stage, and before we do, we're going to go down to a driver, Mr. 74 Timothy Moore. He's been on the inside most of the time. Brandon, can you get a word with him? See what's going on?
Sure, Timothy Moore. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, congratulations on getting that stage 1 win. Look a little hectic back there, trying to get through the field. Tell us how you got it done, man.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got a push going there in the middle line. I don't even remember what number it was. I think it was the 34 maybe that I ended up getting behind, and had a little good connection to kind of pull the side draft back and get there. And you know, we got a real fast Chevy here this afternoon. We of course had to qualify our way in to get ourselves up here. But needless to say, man, we got a lot of speed. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this, and obviously, I'm sure you see me coming down now to top off on fuel. That's going to be a little bit sketchy this stage, but I look forward to it, and going to push as hard as we can here.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing an awesome job, even if you had to qualify in. I mean, you've got the speed, man, so you definitely got a chance.
This is my specialty kind of race, and I'm enjoying it. And I thank you guys in the booth. This is going to be a fun one here tonight, no matter who comes out victorious.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the race.
Thank you.
You know, he says something there. Some guys really like these super speedways. Some guys do not. They like a small track, right? But some of those guys that do a small track and come out and try to get a win typically do. So going to be very, very interesting in stage 2 to see what happens. 22 laps down. We got the caution car going out a couple more times, and we'll go back to green. Now, Brandon, does your mindset change at this point in time when we go back to green?
Not really. Only thing that really changes is how much fuel I need to make it to the to the end of the stage. They're definitely gonna have to pit this time. I mean, it's gonna be close to whether they can make it or not. I don't think they can, so I'm gonna say that we're gonna see hopefully some live green flag pit stops, and we can really see what these guys are gonna be able to do.
Yeah, the green pit stops are very interesting and fun to watch, because when they come out of that pit, it's usually not the one that's leading. So that will be very interesting to see down the road, because you know it will happen. Before we go green here, we still got the yellow. Nick, and actually I take it back. We're going to go green right now. I apologize. And there it is. Green flag, stage 2. And we got Nick Litz in the number 4 on the inside. Inside lane still going strong here in turn 1. Little bit of checkup down below.
Here, there might have been some checkup in the back.
I think that's what's happening. On the backstretch now. Side by side, outside lane still going. Inside lane's going to take it. Number 4 still there. Followed up by the 88, Matt Fleming. He is right on that bumper. Frankie there pushing as well on the inside. Little mix up in the back. One's dropping down below. Nick and Matt working together good.
Yeah, it looked like that bottom line, once again, prevailing. But look like the high line is starting to figure it out. Interesting how the high line takes so much longer to kind of come together, but the bottom lane is always strong at the beginning of that restart.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's just hard to tell, because you want to be on the outside. You think you got to push, but then the bottom line will just take off, and it's so hard to manage because you don't want to get out of position.
Exactly. But you know what though, the high line is come back pretty good. So I'm actually very surprised that they were able to kind of pick off that many cars. It's coming on high line. It's not really together. It's kind of separated a little bit, but they're still making good time though.
Yeah, just like I was saying, they come around the corner. It seems like they're going to get a good push, and then it falls right back. Brandon Shelton and the number 2 pushing real hard back there. Juwan Christopher still going strong as well. Where's my boy at? Where's Meeks? Meeks, can I talk about you, buddy? I think he's 11th right now. I think he's being patient. Back there, and that's okay. That's what guys will do out here. Another guy that's fallen back in the pack there, Brandon 6. Haven't talked too much about him. One guy down below in the grass. Can he save it? He does. Very good save. Not coming back into the pack and causing a caution. He's gonna lose the draft.
But you want to know what? He lives to tell another tale.
Yes, he did. And that's okay, because I think at lap 50 we do have a competition caution. Is that correct? Stage. I apologize. Number 4 still out there. I don't think he's going to move from the inside. He's going to be there the whole night. It's working for him, and that's okay. Green line at this point in time. 32 getting a little loose, and the 30, 53. No, they save it. Good save, guys. Oh, and they're gonna wreck. They're wrecking in the back. That's gonna cause another caution. 2 cars on the inside. 3 cars on the inside. Unbelievable. They kept it green. What a save again.
But you want to know what, though? Like I said, they kept it straight. We're still green. So, hey. Unfortunately, looks like there are a couple cars look like they are hurt. That's gonna have to pit, and that's an unfortunate event. Like the 33, maybe.
Yeah, it does look like the 33. 2 in the 65 trying to come back. They're gonna lose that, I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately, he looked like he's the only one that's really that damaged. So it's gonna be a slow roll back to pit road. Hopefully, get that toe link fixed. Try to get back out there.
You know, the guys up front, they don't really see that. Their spotters probably didn't even say anything because they want to focus up front. Now they're going single file. This messes up the whole group. This is going to change a lot of things, because if you got teammates in the back and you want to work that outside, you can, because it might open. If you get a good run, could take the lead as well.
Yeah, I mean, going single file. I mean, you know, it's a safe route. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I would say that, you know, the guys like in this pack right here, as we look at the second pack, you know, these guys gotta get it figured out. They gotta get single file, and they got to start catching this lead pack. If not, they're not gonna catch them. And if it stays green, their race is pretty much over. So they've got to figure it out.
Yeah, this single file stuff is a very conservative way to do it until you get to that next stage. They might start breaking away at 45 laps before they go back yellow. But you know what? I'm not sure. We're going to see a lot of this at this point in time of the race. There's nothing else you can do. They just want to stick together. They want to be together. No more cautions. No more wrecks out here. So they are keeping it pretty safe. Nick Letts in the 4, still in the lead. Matt Fleming in the 88, still in second. That hasn't changed. Frankie Barroso, 12. Edward Marshall, 16. That's going to be your lineup, I believe, in the top 4. All right, and before we turn into lap 2 and 3, 3 and 4, we are actually going to drop to a commercial real quick, so we will be right back. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Daytona 250 with your Season 4 opener, Wheels America Cup Series. Great racing tonight. Nothing has changed since you guys have watched those commercials. We are here still racing clean as they go single file. Nick still in the lead in number 4, followed by Matt Fleming in the 88. Man, what's some good racing? No cautions. Maybe we saw one tonight, I believe. Was it one, Brandon? Yeah, one caution.
One caution so far, and then we just had the stage. Yep. So it's gonna be. I think honestly, I think they're gonna stay green. I don't.
Yeah, you're right. It's the single file stuff's going to be this way until we hit the stage, I would imagine, because these guys, this is okay. To them, hey, we're driving safe. This is nothing wrong with this for them, right? On paper, when you're watching it, you might, what are they doing? Why aren't they racing? This is racing at Daytona. It's number 4, Nick Lentz, and I got Matt Fleming again still up there. Frankie in the 12, Edwards 16, Drew's in the 48 in the 5th, Josh Larson followed by Andrew Phillips, and Julio in the 78. They're still right in that pack, man. It's gonna be interesting to see if that changes at all. In my opinion, I don't think it will, and we'll see this go all the way until the stage hits that in the 40 or the 50 lap.
And then looking at some of the other guys that are still holding on, still have a chance for sure. Mark Whitley driving the number 7 car tonight. Like I said before, I think he's gonna definitely be a challenger. You gotta watch out for him. Brandon Shelton, who's always good on the super speedways. Mitch Diamond as well in the 65. Your boy Thomas Meeks in the 55. He is now P12. Michael Bennett looks like is P13, and well, as they're kind of mixing all around, I'm losing where I'm at.
Yeah, Brandon, real quick, I'm gonna eat my words because the guys in the back, we're back to side by side almost. Look at this, they are side by side.
I said they had to work together to catch the field.
Yeah.
But when I'm hearing Mitch Diamond started that a lap ago, and look where they are now, talking about doing work. Hey, he did what he knows what he needs to do.
Absolutely. These guys back here are definitely an important group because they can make some changes up front. It's that simple. And look at this. We are going, thought we were 3 wide there for a second, but we are 2 still. Didn't see this happening, but here we are. Back and forth, 88 in the inside by that 16. 12 car pushing pretty good. 65's out front, going to get a push on the outside lane.
It looks like you still got the second pack, man. I mean, it's wild, man. These packs, you think they're out of it, and then next thing you know, snap of a finger, they're back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will eat my words because I didn't see it happening, and I'm wrong. And I'll tell you when I'm wrong, and this is it. But hey, that's okay for you guys at home. This is good action. This is what you like to see at Daytona.
Yeah, it looked like 54 Matt Smith was the one leading that pack, Season 1 champion out here. Hey, showing the guys what he can do. So hey, look, I'm loving the fact that this pack is now back together. I had to eat my own words because I thought they were gonna go single file, and I thought that was gonna be it until the stage. But they're doing good.
Absolutely there. And we got AJ. Second pack there, still pushing, I believe. We got number 7. Excuse me, I apologize. Chris Budd's there in the second pack, going single file. Absolutely.
I mean, look, I'm not going to say it again. I will say that they have a chance to catch them. They're a little bit further back, but I mean, they're maybe half of a straightaway from them. But hey, look, if they stick together and push, they can get up there too. So they're not out of it.
Absolutely. 37 laps down. Close to the stage, not quite yet. A lot of action here at Daytona. I haven't seen that car all night. Look at that. Number 7 car. I think that's Whitley? Mark Whitley?
Hey, He may. I said don't sleep on him.
I know.
He's up front.
I know it. You can't count him out.
Oh, no.
There's going to be a wreck. Oh, my. Inside, through the grass. This could get bad, guys, if they can keep it down. And that's going to bring out the caution. 38 laps down.
See what happened.
Another caution here at Daytona.
Like the 55 might have been the start of it.
Was that my guy Meeks?
Oh no.
Don't tell me. Meeks, I had you circled on my paper. I was 1 for 1, buddy. Come on. And look, he is going back and forth. Meeks getting loose on the corner. And he did. Lost a little bit on the inside. Got hit not too hard. Does he save it?
Looks like the 78. I saw the 78 come across, and he must have got clipped.
Yeah, that shouldn't cause too much damage. You never know. But man, you hate to see it here.
Oh, the 33 involved again. Oh my! Didn't he not just get his car fixed?
He may have. We're looking at Ben here right now. We're gonna go into this caution. How it happened? He hit pretty hard on the outside lane. Meeks gets loose, and then they check up and nowhere to go.
82 operator. Is he doing everything he can to stay off, and the 33 is doing everything to stay off the 82. It's calamity, unfortunately. But you know what though? These boys can get it fixed. They can get back out there.
Hey. Yeah, the 33, hopefully there's not too much damage and he can stay out there. But if he can't, he's going to have to go to the pits, fix that car, and make up some ground. Man, caution here. Going to go racing here in another couple laps. Pace car's out.
It looks like some people. Did some people already pit? Did I notice that? Maybe some people came down early.
All right, guys, before we go back green, we are going to take another commercial break here. Hope you guys enjoy the action. We will be right back here at Daytona International Speedway.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, folks, welcome back at the Daytona 250 presented by Wheels America. We are setting ourselves up for the restart here, and we have Mark Whitley and Nick Lights sitting P1 and P2. We're just waiting for that pace car to drop off.
As soon as that pace car does go off like it is now, we are going to go green again. Lap 41 will be the one. Green flag is out, and here we go. We're back. Daytona. Love to see it. Now what do you see up front then, Brandon? Mark Whitley?
What's going on in the background?
That's the name?
Hey, I said it, Mark Whitley. And it looks like if we get a chance, we might have to go back and see what happened on that restart. It looked like I saw a car just driving through the grass, so I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, looks like on the restart we have the 30, I believe it is, in the inside of the lane through the grass on the restart. Did he miss the checkup, avoid a wreck here? Ooh.
Oh.
Man.
Oh.
Big hit on a restart.
All right, well.
Back live here.
You have to get that fixed to get back out there. See if we can get maybe a lap back.
That's too bad, man. You hate to have mistakes like that, because when that happens, you get frustrated yourself, right?
Yeah. If
it's not your fault and you're just racing and you get caught up in something, that's fine. But if you do something like that, you're not going to forget about that until the end of the race. And that might change some things for yourself and your mind. Mark Whitley on the outside, still going. Outside lane working now? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah. I mean, working. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Okay. 48 said, chucking the deuces. I don't want to push you.
Yeah, I think he said see you later, and now he's going to be pushing outside, going maybe inside. No, staying out there.
Yeah, so it looks like the 48 of Drew and the 54 Matt Smith. Oh, and the 66 of Brandon Six. Looks like Louis Esports is trying to pull that high line.
You know what, guys? I think it's time. We got lap 23.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
that was almost bad.
Yeah, it's got to be on the inside now. 7's going strong. 48's getting left. And we're back to the same thing we were doing at the start of the race. That line is working.
Yeah. The 48, 54, and the 66 definitely trying to work together. But you got to be careful when you're pushing, because if you line up on the wrong side of that bumper, man, as we saw, it's so easy to turn that guy.
It's easy to do that. You don't want to do it at this point of the race. 44 laps down. Don't want to see any cautions. And I'll bring you here. Mark Whitley looks like he was in the number 1 spot, followed by Nick Letts in the number 4, Matt Fleming, Frankie Barroso, Josh Larson. That will give you top 5. Outside lane going strong now.
Whoa, below the line. Whoa. 3 wide.
Well, it's almost like they got a single file.
It looks like there's some stuff going on in the back. Oh man.
Lane's not getting as good as push as they used to, because that outside lane is looking mighty strong. Is he going to try to push it 3 wide? No, he doesn't. We're still here, side by side.
Man, they are getting aggressive. We've had 5 laps to go to the end of the stage. It's time to turn it up.
Yeah, they're going to turn it up. They're trying to feel each other out. And I think, you know what? Enough's enough. We're going to go race in and make some moves. Turn 4. Crossing the finish line here. Number 4. And the 88. Still working together strong.
Like
now we're doing that back and forth. We have 3 wide there.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like it's 3 wide.
I think that's Mark in a 7 car.
You gotta make up spot. You gotta have the help behind you to do it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. When you, oh yeah, when you go 3 wide, some people may follow you, and guess what? Now you get the whole field messed up. Now you got people on the outside, inside, and it's tough. In the middle, it's tough to figure out where you want to go after that because everything's broke up.
Yeah, it looks like Hosong has decided to run to the bottom. Hey, look, they're trying to set themselves up for the stage win here.
Absolutely. 47 laps down.
Wow, PHM top 4 on the high side, trying to win this stage.
That's called teamwork, right there.
Yes, sir.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh,
and
no.
they're going to get a caution here. Inside lane, in the grass, coming back up. Hopefully saves it.
No, we stay
And
green.
we're still green. That is unfortunate. 13 is going in the wall. Still no caution at this point in time.
You gotta go back. He broke a toe. That toe link is everything. He has no control over the car. Still green. Oh,
And
another
there it
big
is.
one.
As we were looking at that replay, I think we had a huge wreck here, guys.
Oh no,
See if
my
we can take a look
God.
at it. And it's Mark. Looks like he got into the wall. We're looking back at this, going to change the camera and see the replay, why this caution came out. There's the 7 car right there on the outside in front of the 28. Goes, try to go middle, and then checks up maybe a little bit and gets caught up into the wall there. Not a big hit, but that 7's probably got some damage that he may have to fix. And then up front, we get a loose guy into the wall. Big hit.
Oh. Wow. Well, that's the end of, that's going to end stage 2. And so your stage 2 winner is going to be Nick Lex.
Congratulations to him. All points matter. He's going to get that stage win under this caution.
Yeah, so it looks like we got Nick Lights with stage 2 win, Matt Fleming P2, Robert Hissong P3, Drew Jua P4, Frankie Barroso P5. Around out your top 5. Look like
There's
these
some
boys.
small chatter on the racetrack trying to figure out what happened back there. I think there just might have been some miscommunication and got mixed up. And it looks like everyone's going to be going in the pits here.
Yeah, I think, as this becoming the last, coming up on the last stage, I think we got to. But it looks like there is one car that did stay out, though. Oh, no, Nick Lights, he missed his pit stall.
Is that what they're saying? Did he miss his pit stall or did he stay out?
It looks like he slid through, maybe.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm hearing.
All right, this is going to change the game here at Daytona. These pit stalls and these stops will determine a lot of factors at the end of the race.
Race coming off the pit. I was gonna say, looks like I was here. It looks like we do have a couple drivers that stayed out. Looks like Robert Babcock and Mike Corvu and Brian Tagg are going to be the 3 cars that decide to stay out. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what strategy this is.
Yeah, I don't know what the strategy may be either, but maybe they don't want to pit with that group. Maybe they're thinking another caution comes out. I have no idea, but that's what you'll see at Daytona. The strategy changes as the race goes on because you don't know when this stuff's happening. So,
yeah. Yep.
All right, you know what, guys? I'd like to go down to Nick. Nick Lights, can we get him on the mic here? Let's get a copy for him.
See if we can get him up here.
Hey, Nick, how you feeling down there, buddy?
A not really too good after slide by pit stop there, but no, winning stage 2 was pretty good. So
Good. Did you come in a little hot there, slid through it, and had to back up, or what?
yeah, on those old hot tires around this track in the Florida sun, just slid them in. We'll work back
Absolutely.
there. It's Daytona, so it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, what's your strategy now that you're out there at this point in time? May fall a little bit back than you like to be, but what's your strategy at?
Just really do what the guys in front of me are doing. My teammates up there. Just ride with them and wait till that next pit stop, and then probably go from there. See what happens.
Right on, man. Well, good luck. Have a good race, clean race, and maybe we'll see you at the finish.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All right, we are back now. About to go green again here at Daytona. Season opener, Wheels of America Cup Series. Been a great race so far. We want to say thank you to all our sponsors. Everybody out there watching, we appreciate you guys watching us. And hopefully it's been a good show. Brandon, what do you think of the 14 car up front now in that Mahindra?
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure on the strategy, but obviously he has something in mind, so that's going to be interesting. Along with the 48 starting beside him, in P2. So it's we're gonna see how it shakes out.
Absolutely. And we are about to go green again at Daytona. Can't wait to see this final stage. And the pace car's falling off, and we are about to go green. Wave the flag. Hot dogs and potato chips, we're going green, ladies and gentlemen. As they get off, 48 on the outside now. Different names, different numbers. 32 and Matt Fleming. Brandon Shelton back there as well. Robert Babcock on the bottom line.
Oh, the
Oh, and he gets pushed off.
The 14 decides to pull off. Yeah, if he could stay out of the grass. Oh, he's still running pretty good speed. He goes back on track.
And he's gonna get on the track. You do not want to do that at that point in time. I think you just let it go and try to save the pack. You don't want to cause a caution. And we are still green here at Daytona as they cross the finish line. 54 laps down. As they come around the first turn, Nick Biddy inside lane. And Drew now, interesting, Drew's on the outside.
Yeah, I think honestly some of these guys saw something from when PHM was leading on the high line and found something. And they're like, hey, what can we do to mimic that? So it looks like they're trying to mimic that same thing.
All right. As we keep going here, we're going to do something special. When they cross the line here, we're going to crank it up, ladies and gentlemen. Just hear the sound. Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to the action as we still have the 48 of Drewa still leading with Brandon Shelton, in P3. But as you can see, if you even look at the Tigger, these cars are moving all around. They're changing positions all the time. It's going to continue to happen, and that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah, exciting it is here at Daytona. It's always exciting no matter what's going on. But hey, good racing again. Cannot complain because these guys are driving smooth, fast, confident. A couple of guys that could have caused some cautions did not. That goes a long ways at the end of the lap, or end of the race. I apologize. 48 still on the outside going strong. Now, I can give a shout out to number 11. Can you get on 11? Kenny Real.
Sounds similar to Kenny.
Kenny Real in the 11. Now look at the paint job. The paint job's good. All that, good look. Just want to give him a quick shout out in the broadcast in the booth. What up, Kenny? Anyways, back to racing, guys. Drew, Nick, Brandon, Frankie, and Timothy wrap up the top 5. That hasn't changed a whole lot. The one guy we did have up there fell out of the pack, and he is behind now as they go side by side. 59 laps down. Still going strong. Brandon gonna make a move on the inside.
Gonna try to bring that bottom lane closer to the top lane. A new partner that he gotta rely on, Timothy Moore.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can make a lot of friends and a lot of enemies on this track because guess what? They'll remember you next time you race Daytona or even Talladega, because if you push them to the finish, hey, they're going to say thank you. If you let them high and dry, they're not going to be friendly the next time they see you in your rearview mirror. 48 getting pushed hard by 74, Timothy Moore.
I know that from past experience.
Yeah, I bet you.
It looks like we do have a couple cars that are a lap down, and looks like Matt Altenberg is the one. Well, I'm sorry, he's the first car a lap down. There are 4 total, so there is a race within a race to get back.
Look at that. We're going to go 3 wide right here. And they keep it together. They will 7. Mark in the backs trying to get 3 wide too. Gets back up in the line. Now they go side by side. Seems like guys want to make that move, but they don't want to push it too hard because guess what? You go 3 wide, it's a lot of difference in going side by side. We'll check up front here on the inside lane.
Yeah, it looks like the 66 is doing everything he can to try to push the 84 up there, but that's one thing that's difficult, you know, when you're especially the first race of the season. Some of these guys you don't know, so you don't know how they race, so you don't know how aggressive you can be with them, and sometimes, man, it is scary and sketchy. But you gotta trust each other. Absolutely.
Hey, and guys that are going to be pushing in the corners, you want to trust that guy. And guess what? If you have a guy doing that, you don't know him, you've never worked with him before, that could be some troublesome. Inside lane is going very, very strong. Now we got a lap car coming up here as they cross the finish line. This could change up the game. I'd imagine he's going to stay down below. And there's a yellow caution. And we have a caution.
Oh no, I see the 7. Oh, no.
Mark, what's going on back there? Let's watch this.
Oh, nope, 2 cars to the outside.
It was in front of him. He avoided it. I apologize, Mark.
I just have to see if we can get a little bit closer, see what happens, see what car started all this. Maybe. Okay, so it looked like the 21 possibly got this started. Oh, 2 cars battling for the lucky dog. Oh, gosh.
Oh, no. It's always an interesting spot back there because you got to fight. You got to keep racing. You got to keep going. You get complacent and you sit back, and sometimes you'll see yourself thinking you're the lucky dog, but guess what? The other guy's lap down's getting in front of you. So you got to continue what you're doing. It's too bad.
So it looks like we're going, since we're on the caution, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We're going to pull up and show you guys our wonderful sponsors that we have on board for this season. Check them out, and we'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daytona 250 presented by Wheels America. Definitely gotta say that the race has been interesting so far. It's been a really good race. But definitely, we wouldn't be able to provide this race to you without our great sponsors of Wheels America, Admin Box, Slim Dogs, Units, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, and Harpoon Designs. So if you guys don't know anything about them, go check them out. You might be interested in them. They're great guys. Great for us for the season.
Absolutely. Hey, and don't forget, guys, you can watch this online on YouTube, Wheels America Racing Network. This is shown live. Don't forget to share, subscribe, follow, give it that like button. There are people here right now seeing it. 29 watchers. Fantastic, guys. Thanks for being here. And we are about to go green again at Daytona.
And so it looks like we're gonna have. Looks like there's been a shakeup in the front of the field. Looks like Michael Lamphere was the lucky dog, so he was able to get back on the lap. So good shout out to him. Went to stay in it and get that lap back. But it looks like we have the 45 of Jesse Ertman and Brandon Fetterplace. It's gonna be your restart, maybe? Nope, that doesn't look right.
You got 32 and the 74 up there. Is that correct, or am I wrong there as well?
Oh nope, sorry. You're right.
Absolutely. All right. So that's going to bring up Timothy and Nick Biddy, followed by the 48, Drew, and you got your number 12, Frankie Moroso, on the outside. Now, one guy that I was talking about earlier, he's making a little move, creeping up a little bit farther. That's 55, Thomas Meeks. Don't forget about him. That is the guy I have circled on my paper. So hopefully he wins. I can go 2 for 2. And we are about to go green. Pace car's off. Guys, 65 laps down. We got a lot more to go. And here we are. Green flag Daytona 250 presented by Wheels of America. And then off. Going into turn 1. Inside lanes there. Can they hold it?
And once again, that bottom lane, man. It is something about the. Oh, and he left the high line. Oh, wow.
And Nick Biddy's getting left to dry on the outside. That's the bigger
man.
push than I've seen. I'm not sure what could happen. A little bit movement in the back and forth. Trying to make their place here at Daytona. We got single file in the front and 2-pack side by side in the back.
Wow.
Now it's interesting.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like the 99 is leading the second pack there, but man, I don't know what happened. We might have to go back and look and see what the checkup was, because that's way too early to be 2 packs separate like that. Oh,
And we got another caution here, guys. It's 14 getting into the wall, getting sideways. And it looks like the 8's involved. 27's involved. I think it could be a checkup issue. Huge. Contact.
Oh.
Big contact.
45 of Jesse Ertman, hard contact there. Looks like they're still wrecking. Wow. Oh.
And then 28 looks like maybe some net code, but he took a shot there.
I think he broke the rear toe of the 45 with the late hit there. Yeah, look like, let's see if we can see it from a higher view. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be too bad because that may take up a lot of the field. Seems like a lot of cars are involved and damaged. Man, it's a big hit at the end.
Yeah. And that, I don't know if that's what broke the rear toe of the 45, but if it was, that's definitely unfortunate, because it looked like he might have actually been able to get away with it.
Yeah. And that's going to bring out a caution at the 68 as the pace cars on the back going in turn 3. This is going to shake up the field. Going to be interesting to see how we start again going green.
Now, one thing that is good for, and there's always controversy, is that these guys do get a fast repair. So with the fast repair, that allows them to, they get damaged, they go in there and get a completely brand new car. No questions asked. I wish it was like that in real life. That'd be pretty awesome. You just get a car without.
Brandon, it's funny you bring that up, because guess what? Sometimes you could use that fast repair when you don't want to. I think a lot of these guys in the back, possibly in the mid, are going to use the fast repair right now if they haven't already.
Yeah, it looks like they definitely interesting that they're actually coming back down pit road. They got to be short on fuel. That's the only reason I can think of why you would come back down. You're just pitted, so it must be so they can make it on fuel.
Absolutely, absolutely.
48 beats the 74 out. Okay. All right. Looks like some more strategy going on there.
Did he miss a pit? That's interesting. Could be a situation where one guy maybe took tires and just fuel, but that seemed like they were pretty close. Didn't seem like they were too far off. I think it was just a good pit stop.
Well, I know from experience that with these cars you definitely need tires. Like the tires wear pretty good. And actually, if you remember back with the 55, where he was coming out of turn 4, I believe, and he got loose, it reminded me of the Jimmy Johnson wrecks back in 2015, 2014, I believe, when he was always really, really loose coming off the corner, and that's basically just because the tires are wearing and just because of the aero advantage or disadvantage. So tires definitely make a difference here. So
if you get pushed too hard into the corners and you don't have those fresh tires, like you said, it's hard to hang on. And at the front of the pack, you don't want to be doing that. 69 laps down out of 100. A little bit of cautions on this second half of the race, but overall, it's been good. We're seeing the same names up front. Nick Biddy in the 32, Nick Litz in the 4, Mark Whitley in the 7, Matt Fleming in the 88, I believe.
we were thinking that the 33 was actually going to take the wave around, but he decided to pit. Interesting strategy. As you look at the choose option, and you just saw 5 to 6 cars take the high line. which is interesting. So yeah, so the trues rule is something that does make it a little bit more interesting. Being able to have the ability to choose what lane you want to restart in. So it allows these guys to, if they have teammates or anything like that, and they want to work with them, they have that option to do that. So it's another option that allows why this league is one of the best out there, because there's a lot of leagues that don't offer this. So this puts this league at a high point compared to all the other ones out there.
Absolutely. And these guys are great guys in general, great drivers as well. And 48, Timothy Moore, Brandon 6, Frankie Barroso in the top of the pack here, about to go green again. I cannot wait to see how this finishes out. Hey, Brandon, do you think we'll see some more cautions going, or do you think we'll be clean the rest of the race?
Oh, we're going to get some more cautions. These guys are going to amp it up even more. I mean, they have to. I mean, there's guys in the back that's like so far back there that I know are aggressive, that want to get this win. They're coming through.
Absolutely, absolutely. As they get tied up here, they're going to try to go green again. Pace car's off, 70 laps of 100, and we are going green at Daytona 250. Drew on the 48 on the inside. Strong again, 74, Timothy Moore, right behind pushing. Don't leave out Brandon 6 and Brandon Shelton back there as well as they move around. Turn 1. Side by side, one car comes off. That inside lane is gone once again.
Every time.
Every time. Every time. So it looks like, wow, that bomb lane is really pulled away. Actually, we have, in 4th place, we have Ryan Dunkelberger. He was actually last night's super late model winner. So he's trying to show what he can do. So it's going to be interesting what these guys can really do. Yeah, congratulations to him. This track's much bigger than that one, but hey, doesn't stop him. He's competing and he's out here trying to get a win. He just might. Inside lane as they go single file. They're going side by side. '26 and the 16 back there. Edward and Frankie, Ryan pushing.
These guys are actually a lot longer than I believe. It's actually interesting, but I know they're gonna amp it up soon. This is coming. We're about to see some slicing and dicing, boys.
Slicing and dicing, and you might have jinxed it. I hope not, because these guys have been very patient. Not too much movement, but that's okay when you're at Daytona. As they go side by side in the backpack, single file in the front on the back stretch. '48, Drew, still there. And I think this side-by-side group may catch him because they don't have too many cars up front there in the single file. If they can keep it together and work together, they'll catch in no time.
Yeah, they are. You can tell they're getting aggressive back there because they are really starting to push now. Guys are starting to get sideways coming out of the corner. I'm telling you, amping up.
It's going to amp up, 74 laps down. At this point in time of the race, when you're trying to find that position and you're trying to find that lane, and we got cars on the inside. Two cars on the inside, still green flag. 78 and the 53 working together. Back to what I was saying, 74 laps down, and when you're trying to find that position to go, that 74 laps down can turn into about 80 laps down, 85 laps down in no time. Because guess what? You're focusing, you're trying to figure it out. And you're talking to your teammates trying to find a good way to get to the front through the pack.
Absolutely.
26 laps to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we got 26 laps to go. If you are Drew, you are counting those laps, lap by lap by lap.
If we could get back to my boy that I circled on a paper early on in this race, Thomas Meeks, where's he at this point in time? I believe he's in the 9th spot. Take a look at where he's doing on the outside. Representing that Chevy Wheels of America car. Looking nice out there. Keeping a line. John Deere in the 2 spot. Number 2. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a great looking paint scheme as well. John Deere look.
We got some tractor boys out here. You got the Mahindra. You got the John Deere. Where's Kubota? You got a Kubota car? On the inside. 48 still out front. He's been tough to catch, man.
Not that hotline
is
sketchy.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's something to say though. When you're at this race and you're at this track, if you can continue to stay out front, you're doing everything right. You're being consistent. Guys are working with you. Sometimes if you're out front, you may not like it, or you make a wrong move, and guess what? You're in the middle of the packs. But Drew in the 48 is a name that we've been talking about a lot, followed by Timothy Moore. And look at that, Brandon 6 in the 66 is now 3rd.
Yeah. And looks like we're 23 laps to go. Like I said, like you said earlier, these laps are going to be taken off if you're everybody else but the leader. If you're the leader, this is going to be the slowest 23 laps of your life.
You're absolutely right. 23 laps. This is where crunch time starts to happen. I tell you, once we get to that 15 mark, I think you'll start seeing people move. Juke, in and out, left, right. It's going to get entertaining.
Yeah,
16 and a 17 there.
I'm actually looking through the field. I'm actually surprised at some of these names that are. Ooh, these did. Oh, that was close. Looking at the live results right now, I'm actually surprised where some of these guys are. Mark Whitley, my guy, is sitting P16. He's still in the pack, but for him to be that far back at this point, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, Brandon, he's probably being cautious, man. On that Daytona, you could be 16 and be P3 in no time. So, see what he can do. As they come around the corner here, single file on the left, side by side in the back, middle pack.
Oh my goodness, that high line scares me every time they come off a corner. I get
Getting
nervous.
a little loose. Now with 20 laps to go, we got our leaders out front, single file. At what point in time, Brandon, do you start veering off and trying to go for the win? Is it under 5? Or is it before that?
Well, I will say if you have teammates, you can do it around 5. If you're by yourself, you have to do it before. And it's just because you can get people to stick with you, of course, if you have your teammate within that 5. But if you don't have any teammates around you, you have to rely on other people that might not want to help you. So you're gonna have to take that time to really figure out, okay, who's a good pusher, who could push you, who could you rely on, because that's everything. And then you gotta hope that they stick with you all the way on the white flag. We saw it plenty of times early in the race with somebody just, going, thinking that somebody's gonna go with them. They make a move and that person doesn't, and then they're out to dry. So it's a difficult challenge, but if you play it right, winning that race is everything.
Yeah. One guy I don't think we've talked about enough is Julio in the 78. I think that guy's going to be one that we got to look out for. He's been consistently moving his way up. If he gets under that top 5 mark, he has a chance to win this, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's actually another newcomer to the league for this season. So that's, there's a boatload of new guys that's coming to the league, and it's really showing what these guys can do.
Outside's getting blown away. 19 laps now to go. Just want to touch base before we finish this race because it's going to get dicey. I want to bring up the sponsors: Wheels of America, Admin Box, Slim Dogs, moving and portable storage units, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things broadcast, and Harpoon Designs. A lot of these cars you see right now, they are the one who have done the paint schemes on these, and they look fantastic. Go check them out. And also, don't forget Wheels of America Racing Network. Find us on YouTube. We're doing this every race live. Good to see you guys there. Live chat. I'm looking at you. Autumn, Miranda, Gene Coleman. How we doing back there? As we go 18 laps down, single file on the inside. 48 Drew still there. Pack is a little bit smaller, but the racing's good. Brandon, what are you thinking so far, man?
Right now, like I said, they are tamed for the most part. It's definitely interesting to see how they're kind of positioning themselves. I mean, looking at it right now, I see a couple of Bowie Esports drivers up there in the top 10. I see some PHM. There's quite a few guys up there who are, like I said earlier, it's a little surprising that some other guys, some of the veterans are not up there yet. But 17 laps, still got time, hopefully.
They've got plenty of time. They got plenty of time. Sometimes if you take your patience too far, you might fall too far back and can't work your way up to the top 5. Oh, and we've got a big wreck.
Oh no, did somebody get clipped?
Someone got clipped in the back and went hard into the wall. That may be our biggest caution of the night at 16 laps. And a lot of these guys already took their fast repairs. This is going to change up the whole race. Unbelievable, guys. Julio, who we were just talking about earlier, I think gets mixed up in this.
Yeah,
19 coming through may have caused this. Let's take a look at the replay.
Oh no, it wasn't. So
you know what?
Whoever the black car was, I couldn't see who the black car was.
Absolutely.
It was like he overcorrected, hit the wall, and came back down.
I think that's 99.
It looked like I don't. Was it too hot? Oh, I think it was too.
Give credit to those guys. They avoided a big one, actually. A couple cars involved pretty good, but dang, 77. And does that 78 connect pretty good after the fact in the grass?
It's a positive. All right. So let's take a look from Mike Corvo and see if we can get a better view of it. Okay. Wow, he's just getting hit.
He spins, but then he comes back down. I think this is where he connects hard.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I can tell you from experience with the 78, if the 78 has a broken toe link in the front, he basically has no brakes, so he can't stop. So
yeah, and if you're the guy in the grass and you have your brakes on, you're not slowing down. It feels like you're going faster.
Exactly, just like you're on ice. So that's an unfortunate situation for both those drivers. I know this like I said, we were saying earlier, the 78 was new to the league, so but hey, that's Daytona. This is the things that happen at Daytona, and you get the car fixed up as best you can, and try to get back out there and pull and try to get as many points and
Yep,
see what you
this
shake
is
out.
all. This is all about points. This is all about teamwork at this stage of the race. There's a bunch of new faces up front too. If you look at the leaderboard here, the top 10 draws it out as Drew in the 48, Timothy Moore, Brandon 6 in the 66, Ryan, Brandon, Fetter Place, Edward Marshall, and Michael Benedict, Brian Tagg, Nick Biddy. If they all stay true after that caution, that will bring up your top 10.
So we are going to head off to commercial just for a little bit. Check out our sponsors once again. Give them a shout out, and we'll be back with probably about 10 or about 11 laps to go.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Potato chips again if we go caution, go green.
All right, so yeah, we're back, and we are green. Looks like, sorry, not Andrew. Drew is going to be leading the bottom lane. Was besides Timothy Moore, but he was on the high line, so unfortunately, or sorry, somebody else was on the high line. But so it looked like Drew is in caution again.
Guys.
What happened?
This looks tough. This looks like a big caution.
Looks like the 21. So was okay. So it looked like it was a checkup on the bottom.
Check up on the bottom with Vander?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're kind of just scattered all over the place. Trying to avoid each other.
You know, it's interesting to see a checkup like that far back in the pack when you're going green. So if we watch this again.
That's why with the 30 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like that's what caused it. He gasses it up too soon. They're not ready to go, and insult to entry if he did. Looks like he's gonna tow it back, and
yeah, those are the cautions. Those are the mistakes that you don't want at this stage of the race. I mean, we only have a few laps to go, and that is something you don't want to be involved in. It's too bad.
because if you see, 21 is just a beanbag. I mean, he's just getting hit. And he's trying to avoid. Oh. So it wasn't even just the early hits. Then he hits again.
Yeah. They're going to be talking about that one tomorrow.
Oh,
Someone's not
for
going to be
sure.
happy.
Yeah,
And,
you might want to check on him after the race and make sure make sure he's feeling okay, 'cause he got rattled pretty good.
Yeah, he did. And I don't know if that's a, hey, bud, I'm sorry, that's my fault, or hey, better luck next time. We've got 11 laps to go here at the Daytona 250, presented to you by Wheels of America. This has been a fantastic race. Unfortunately, a couple cautions going late in this race, but that's what it's all about at Daytona.
Yeah, so I mean, with 11 laps to go, I don't know, Emery. If you are leading, what are you thinking right now? You got 11 to go. Right now you probably have another. Not sure if this is to the green or not, but probably restart with maybe 8 or 9 to go. When we go green, what is your thought process? What are you thinking?
I will tell you this. I've been seeing 48 on the inside lane majority of the race. I'm gonna stay on the inside. That's where I want to be. Okay. I don't want to make that mistake to go up high because thinking I'm getting a push on the outside and it's not there, and then I'm dropping back. So I'm being conservative. I'm looking around and I'm on the inside the whole way through unless something comes about with 2 or 3 to go. That's my thoughts on it. Yours?
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I think staying on the bottom, of course, is key. But one thing I am starting to notice is some of those guys are starting to use the apron, or starting to stay on the apron. As you see the choose line here, we got 4 on the bottom, and the outside was wide open. So, um, interesting actually that nobody in the top 4 actually chose the top line. But again, the bottom lane, like you said, has been working. So, that's obviously is working good for them. So they're gonna probably stay there.
Yeah, don't stop what's not. Well, don't stop doing something that's working, right? Is that what I'm
Right.
trying to say? Wow. It's been a long day here, boys. 10 laps to go, and that pace car's about to come off the track. And we're going to go green. I don't know if we'll see another caution. We may, just because it's at Daytona, but they're going to be fighting till the end to get that win. And the teams are pushing as they bunch up close. I'm excited to see this turnout, and I'm excited to see the finish of this race.
Yeah, it's. I've been calling it the from halfway. It's about to get wild, and these guys are going to. You're going to see a whole nother level of pushing, and beating and banging, and 3 wide, 4 wide, and it's time to go. If you have not made your move yet, it's time now. Another thing that kind of comes to mind is, could some of these guys be a little tight on fuel? I did see some guys running on the apron. So I don't know if that plays a factor, but that can be huge as well.
Yes, it may. That fuel situation could be a big problem for some of these guys that stayed out and decided, hey, that's not going to be an issue. But as we go, pace cars down, 10 laps to go. We've got a green flag here in Daytona. 48
No.
Drew. Michael Bennett, the 19.
The 19 jumped the flag.
What I see, it looked like he did, but I don't know. 48 still out there. 74, Timothy Moore, pushing him good. Now there's single file inside lane again, taking off. On the backstretch. Side by side in the back. One guy down below the yellow. He keeps it together, comes back in the group. And that's going to be the 18. That's a 13 of Michael Lamphere.
Side and the back. They gotta get it figured out. They wanna. Oh, there's one more.
One guy going up top, single file as they cross the finish line. One inside, two inside, and they're wrecking.
Oh.
Mark's involved in the 7.
Back under caution.
Back under caution as they cross the finish line, guys. 8 laps to go. This will change everything.
Yeah, well, if they were short on fuel, that kind of throws my strategy out the window. They don't have to worry about that no more. As they're gonna probably gain quite a bit of fuel here under caution.
Yeah, they'll gain everything they can because, hey, they're going to leave it all on the table after this caution.
Yeah, so
Who
looks
knows
like-
can win this one?
Absolutely. So let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't.
39 with that
Right.
huge run.
But he's kind of.
Sits like he's going to go middle, falls back. And now where does this caution happen? Comes around the corner. Let's take another look at it. There's a 7 mark.
First, let's try to see if we can figure out where this was. I think we were a little too far. Sorry, folks. Okay, so the 7. Oh, he hesitated. Oh,
Yeah.
7 car hesitated, and that's one of those moves where you have to be committed to it. You have to do it and stick it in a hole, basically. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, and at that point in time, no one hit the wall too hard. No one hit each other. It's just kind of a racing incident. It happens. Hopefully it didn't damage too many cars.
And so because of that, actually, does Joe DeVee trying to see who gets the lucky dog? That could put us 37 cars. Looks like Joe DeVee is going to get the lucky dog. Adds another player. All right, so let's ride with Fleming and see if we can there. Oh,
And he just tried to hang on and go straight and didn't want to do anything, and he got caught up from behind.
yeah, that is what I would call a innocent bystander. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to shake some things up here. 6 laps to go at this point in time, but when we go green, I think we're going to go what, 4? Brandon, is that close?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, cause this is cause the lights are still on the pace car, so
Yep.
if we come here and this is to choose, it should be. If it's to choose, then yeah, it'll be 4. Now, mind you guys, for the guys that are watching and listening, we do have one green white checker. So either they need, either it's pray to the racing gods that it stays green, or if you are anybody but Drew, you might be hoping for another caution and hoping you have a chance to make a run at it. So, it's getting crazy. If you notice, the cautions are happening a lot more now, and that's because people are really getting up on the wheel and trying to make moves. So, okay, so the bottom look like the bottom for the top 4 or top 5 out of 4 stay on the bottom. I think that's Biddy up top. Yeah, he takes the high line. Trying to see who lines up with him. Looks like we got Michael Bennett, Brian Tagg, and Brandon Shelton. Okay.
You know, I'm starting to see a lot of the familiar faces up front now, and that's kind of how it works. Drew's still there, Timothy, Brandon 6 in the 66. 4 laps to go when we go green. All gloves are off. Been a great race so far, a lot of action. We are getting down to the end of this race where anything can go.
The mover of the race. 27 spots for Brian Dixon. Talk about making moves. That is a big shout out to him. And shoot, hey, look, even he has a chance. I mean, he might not be in the first couple rows, but you know, the front row jumbles up or whatever, man, he has a chance.
Absolutely. Got to give credit where credit is due. Brian, good luck to you on this restart. As this pace car is going to jump off here shortly.
And I am excited.
Me too.
Oh.
I'm standing up. I'm ready for this finish, guys. Where's my boy at? Meeks? Down there a little bit lower. We'll see what he can do. Green flag is out. 5 laps to go here at Daytona. Inside lane again. Going strong.
Yeah, but that high line, it's not as bad as it was before.
'48 and the 74 working together. 66 pushing as well. And they might try to go 3 wide right now. This is where the action starts.
Oh, yeah. 3 wide. Here we go.
Side by side in the back, and then we got 3 there up front. Single file.
3 breakaway. Wow. But could this be too early?
I think that group will catch them. Most definitely.
It could be too early, man. That. Oh, one's on the apron.
3 laps to go. Working together pretty well out front. And they stay out there as they go side by side, getting closer to the leader.
There's a 3-car breakaway with 3 laps to go. And they're about to get swallowed up. Oh no, the wreck in the back.
We got a big wreck in the back.
Caution again.
Unfortunate, we got cars involved.
And this is going to give us our one and only green-white checker. Yeah, definitely some angry drivers over the radio there. But I understand the frustration. He's just trying to get there, trying to get to the end.
Man, and if I haven't said it before, that's going to be anybody's ball game. It could be a situation where first-time winners tonight definitely happen here at Daytona.
Yeah. So it looked like Kenny Rue into Ben Madden. Kenny had a run, but he wasn't. It looked like maybe it just was kind of indecisive on where he wanted to go. Or maybe wasn't sure where Ben was gonna go, and unfortunately, it looked like he had a broken toe, so that gives him more damage because it doesn't turn.
He hit that wall hard. Looks like he got a good run and then second guessed himself and hit that car 33.
It doesn't help. Yeah, it looked like he hit Anthony Williams, and it doesn't help as well when you're getting pushed. So you're almost getting pushed into the wreck, and you're trying to not run into the person, but when you're getting pushed, and as you can see the speed that he had, it's really nowhere for him to go, unfortunately.
Absolutely. At that point in time, you can't slow down because you'll cause a wreck behind you. So you got to pick and choose. Got caught up there. Man.
So we have had 9 cautions. Really? That's interesting. I didn't think of that many. Yep. So
9
yeah.
cautions so far. Yeah, 3 laps to go. 9 cautions so far. If we see another one, hey, I think that might end the race. Is that not correct, Brandon?
That is absolutely correct. You get one chance. One chance to really go for it. Caution comes out. That is it. And then, as long as you make it back to the checkered flag, then if you're Drew or whoever's leading at that point, then you're the winner. So
we saw the same situation in the truck series, did we not?
Yeah. Yeah. Tuesday night was a little interesting with also a green-white checker. We kind of wrecked a little earlier than I expected. I didn't expect there to be a wreck in the trial, but yeah, I was leading at the time and took the win. I would have loved for it to be, to see what if I could have held them off, but hey, a win's a win. I'm gonna take it.
Absolutely, a win's a win, and anybody can win here at Daytona. We are going to do a green-white checkered. If the yellow comes out, the field is frozen, and whoever's leading at that point in time will win. I'm still excited, guys. This is fantastic racing. Man, anything, again, can happen. See who can win.
So my mistake. So actually, if the yellow comes out, or yes, if the yellow does come out, whoever is in P1 does take the win, no matter what. So my apologies on getting that still a little. Oh yeah. Uh, so you definitely want to be the leader. So if you can, man, if Drew can hold him off for more than 2 laps, that I would say that's a big accomplishment. But man, he's gonna have some heavy hitters behind him. Like we talked about earlier, Ryan Dunkelberger, he won the super late model race last night. You know, he's up there. Biddy is up there. Who else we got? Some new namers is up there as well. Timothy Moore, Brandon Six, Final Four driver in the Cup Championship for last season. Michael Bennett, Brian Tagg, Brandon Fetterplace is also a new person. Brandon Shelton, Ryan Dixon. So you got a mixed bag of veterans and rookies, I guess, if you want to call them that. So it's going to be interesting. I am a little nervous at this point for these guys, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see the end.
Me too. It's anybody's race at this point in time. Pace car's going to come off the field, and we're going to go back to green. 3 laps to go. I cannot wait to see this unfold. And like we've been talking, Drew and Nick, Brandon Six on the bottom line, they just seem like they've taken away. Let's see if it happens again. We're about to go green here in Daytona.
One green, white checker, and the green is out. The Highline gets hold serve. They did a better job. This could get interesting.
Now, is he going to go outside? He does. Unbelievable. Caution's out, and that's going to take us away. Drew in the 48. Unbelievable here.
Wow. We got to go back and see what happened.
Drew is going to take it away tonight with that caution coming out. What happened in the back? Oh, Seven's getting caught up again.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Don't know whose fault or what happened there, but man, it's too bad.
Yeah, that just looked like a racing incident.
Racing incident it may be. Well, congratulations to Drew in the 48 car. He was up there the whole time. He really deserves it. He was patient, stayed on the inside, and he's going to get the checkered flag and get a win at Daytona. As he comes around back to the finish.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk to our top 3 today. We got, like we said, Drew with the big win today, Nick Biddy and Timothy Moore finishing out your top 3. So can't wait to hear from them and hear how the race went for them and their strategies, and it could be kind of exciting to kind of hear somebody else's perspective.
Absolutely, man. Brandon, what'd you think of the race?
Man, exciting from the drop of the flag. A lot of things that I didn't expect. I for the times that I thought they were going to be aggressive, they weren't. And the times that I didn't think that they wouldn't be aggressive, they were aggressive. So it was a mixed bag for me. But
yeah,
absolutely
kept us on our toes, did they not?
yes, absolutely, man. I mean, these guys, like I said, I am blown away by what these guys were able to do tonight. And then, I mean, we still got, all the races coming up for the rest of the season, man. If this gonna be like this,
yeah, I can't wait. Not a bad way to start out season 4 opener at the Wheels America Cup Series at Daytona, the 250. Man, this has been a great day. It's been a great race. Guys did really good up front. They did an amazing job. 48, Jua got the win, followed by Nick Biddy in a 32 and Timothy Moore in a 74. Wraps up your top 3. Ryan Dunkelberger, Brandon Six, and Brandon Shelton, 26 and 62. They did a great job as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the most part, everybody did a great job. I mean, there were some, and I understand there's some frustrations between drivers and stuff like that, and that's part of super speedway racing, honestly. But when this big group of guys, we still had 35 cars on the lead lap. That
That
is
ain't bad.
that is no, it's not. It's not
Not at
bad at
Daytona.
all. As we see Drew here doing his burnouts and celebration on the front stretch in front of the fans.
Do your thing, Drew. You deserve it.
Hopefully, hopefully nobody's throwing bottle cans like they did at Jeff Gordon at Talladega.
No. All right, Brandon, do you guys want to touch base with Drew, the winner?
Yeah. Let's bring
do
him
it.
on. Let's see if we can
Let's
get.
get down there. And here he is, Brandon.
All right. So Drew, number driver number 48. You got me,
Yes, sir.
my man. How you feeling after your win, man?
It feels good. I just want to shout out to Bowie Esports for picking me up. I, came into this and I definitely did not expect to win the Daytona 500 or is it 200, 250?
250.
But
250.
yeah, I did not expect this. We led a lot of laps tonight, and it feels good to win.
Yeah. So talk me through some of the stuff that was going on. I mean, I know that just from experience how the tires can make a difference. We saw the 55 get loose all by himself, especially with some other drivers. They were getting loose, uh, mainly toward the end of the fuel run. Were you having that issue, or were you having like any of your teammates saying the same thing?
I don't think that myself. I don't think I got loose. Maybe once or two times. It was kind of in those longer rides. It was kind of hard to push early in the race because some people were getting loose. But you know, we all were on the correct offset, and we were definitely not as loose as other people were. I definitely got a little scared because I was to the outside of the 55, but you know, a 0x win is definitely it's just crazy, not gonna lie.
Well, man, I tell you what, it was awesome to watch you go ahead and lead that field. You were definitely the Pied Piper of the field, and out there and doing your thing, man. So congratulations to you. Go out there, celebrate with your fans, with your teammates, and hopefully catch you next week.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give a couple shout outs. I want to shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast. I want to shout out to Bowie Esports, like I said, for picking me up and letting me run for them this season. Also want to shout out to Timmy for pushing me there. He was a really good pusher, and just want to, you know, for Damar Hamlin and Ken Block for the stuff that happened. So
Yeah.
we'll go on to the next race and see if we can go back to back.
All right. Well, once again, great job, man. Great win, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
All right. So it looks like we're gonna try to see if we can get our second place driver. See if we can get him here. Nick Biddy, you got a copy, sir.
Hey, boys.
Hey, man, congratulations on your P2 tonight. Tell us how your race went.
Well, just a whole heck of a lot of luck. That's all I can say. I had a big push there at the end from Ryan Dunkelberg. I appreciated that big guy. I think we would have had something for him if we could come around a lap or two. But yeah, just really lucky.
Well, so during the race, and I asked Drew the same thing. I did. We saw some people kind of getting loose. We kind of saw maybe there was maybe people needed tires. Did you guys have any looseness issues or anything like that during the race?
I only got loose one time, one time when somebody went three wide in turn three. But yeah, you could really feel it. I only put one set of tires on it. But I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, they're right front was 99 and the right rear was 94, and the rest of them looked like they were 95s. So yeah, it was a little squirrely there at the end, a little squirrelier than what you would expect. But other than that, it was pretty good race. I had an awesome time. So
Okay, well, that's look, that's the great thing right there. Is the fact that you had an awesome time, you had a great time.
right.
Like I said, great job on your P2, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before you go?
Yeah, man. Let me shout out to my sponsors, Not Safe Outfitters, Adam Thomas and HDL Hot Dogs, and hey, Mikey Moore at Top Shelf Poultry Solutions. I appreciate it, guys.
And not a problem again. Congratulations on your P2, sir.
Hey,
We'll catch you next week.
one more
Oh,
thing, one more thing. Thanks, crew chief Jacob Wilkie, or excuse me, Luke Wilkie, and my teammates Mike, Anthony, and Joe. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
not a problem, sir.
Yep.
All right, so our P3 driver. Let's see if we can get him here. Mr. Timothy Moore, you got me.
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, congratulations on your P3 finish there. Tell us how your race went.
Yeah, it went up and down. Obviously, you saw me after stage one coming to top off because we were a little bit there on the edge of fuel.
Mhm.
We were lucky to get a caution. We went from like 34th to I think it was like 14th at the end of the stage. After that caution, trying to find every hole we could to get through the field, but we ended up getting track position. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I know that something's odd with my mic on the computer compared to compared to when I'm on other things. I don't know what that is about, so I apologize for those at home. But our Douglas Distributing Camaro, the L1 was real fast tonight, and it's not a win, but I know Drew very well. He knows how to take a push, and I was committed to him there in the back, on those restarts because I knew he could take what I was going to bring to him. And I mean, really, to be honest with you, I came home third, but he's the one that did all the work up in front. We got the restarts connected together. I was stuck to him, and man, I mean, I'm glad at least he was able to win it, but just a tough last restart. Nothing you can do about it. Caution comes out, unfortunate time, but we raced our heart out. And like I said at the end of stage one, listen, hey, I had a lot of fun tonight, regardless of the result. Of course, you want to win these things, but I look forward to Nashville next week.
Actually, that was going to be my segue. So thank you. So yeah, so we got Nashville coming up. So I guess how you feel about it? What's your expectations going into that race?
I feel very down the middle about Nashville. It's a hard track to make passes, very, one lane oriented. So I feel like we have a lot of speed. It's actually one of my better tracks speed wise, but I don't know if we're going to exactly have winning pace there. Typically we're around top five. So I'm eager to see what happens. It all depends on how the track really feels as the race goes on. But the key thing is, of course, we have to qualify into the show. That's the first battle. And then we have to qualify up front and maintain the track position. So I think next week's going to be a good old fun one, and I think strategy is going to really come into the favor in the stages as compared to today. So, as they like to say in real life, listen, the real season starts next week, and that's the way I look at it. Is that the big race is me having to qualify and to do everything until maybe I get a chartered spot. I've got to do everything right if I want to have a chance to race for championship.
I tell you what, if you qualify into the races, I've always looked at it as that's a big accomplishment. If you qualify into the race, I mean, and you finish P3 and you're not locked in, that's right there alone. That's a big accomplishment. So shout out to you for being able to accomplish that. On a tough track like Daytona, when there's some heavy hitters in this league. So, congratulations again on your P3. Before you go, you got anybody you want to shout out, sponsors or anybody?
Of course, I have a whole list of sponsors here I want to go through. Beer Nuts, Douglas Distributed and Propane, who was on our car here today. MKI, TFMG, John Deere Van, I think it's Alstein, UPS McKinney, Texas, Harpoon Designs as well for such awesome paint. They did such a good job with this car here. And I know we had a little bit up and down trying to get the schemes going, but I was glad we were able to have it ready for Daytona. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this team, and I'm real thankful for everything these guys bringing me in, and not just making a smooth transition into a league, because of course this is my first race, but also making me feel like a family. There was no arguing, there was no complaining. We just talked strategy and really as a team meshed very well today, which is something because for me, not a lot of people know I've had a lot of personal stuff going on over the past few weeks between my grandmother dying and catching COVID and so on. So needless to say, this is my first real opportunity to mesh as a team here tonight. And the fact that we were able to do that, to me shows leaps and bounds of the kind of individuals we have in this team, which makes me really excited moving forward.
Well, I'm sorry to hear of your loss. I'm glad that you're over the COVID situation, and glad you were able to help put on a show tonight, because you definitely did. So thank you for what you've done tonight. But we are going to catch you next week at Nashville, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Indeed, thank you so much.
All right, Emery, back to you, sir.
Man, thank you for the interviews. What a great season opener. This is season 4, Daytona 250. You can't ask for more than that. It's a true testament to these drivers out here doing what they got to do. Shout out to our sponsors, Wheels of America, Admin Box, Flim Dogs, Units Moving and Portable Storage, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, and Harpoons Designs, man. Also, YouTube, find us there, Wheels of America Racing Network. A lot of people tuning in tonight. It's been a great turnout. Thank you so much for being here. We had a fantastic race, and congratulations to Drew on his win here, the season 4 opener at Daytona. We'll see you again.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join Nerds Doing Nerd Things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.